Falling in so deep, oh, baby, you've got a hold on me, but I didn't know that it could feel like two when made as one.
The time has come. It is the first day of my final exams, 6 exams in 6 days, back to back. It is gonna be an intense week, but I know that we've got this. I know that we will power through. We will struggle hard, but we will get through it. For anyone that's new here, hi, my name is Nathan. I'm a first year pharmacy student at the University of Waterloo, and I've been filming my finals week in an exam diary. The previous video was a week before finals vlog. If you haven't seen it, I will link it above here. But that's just me studying ridiculous amounts, trying to get my mindset right, having a couple breakdowns, and just trying to prepare as much as possible for success this week. And today I have my first exam, which is anatomy, a 2.5 hour long exam in person. The nerves are starting to hit me, but it's not like full blown yet. It's 5 in the morning and I am just reviewing my notes, going over key concepts, making sure that I have everything down. I will update you as I head over to campus and the exam hall, but right now I'm okay, I guess. Right now I'm like still kind of calm. I want to stay calm because that's how I'm gonna do my best. I'm just gonna eat my cereal, drink my coffee because I am not running on adequate amount of sleep. Just really get cracking on with some last minute review.
Feeling so lonely, oh, when you're not with me, but I feel a river on my...
I can't talk for too long because I'm a last minute study and I'm still reviewing notes literally to the minute, but my exam is in like literally 10 minutes and I have to do some more reviewing, but I will see you after. I want to puke, but I'm also filled with adrenaline and the coffee is really working. Okay, I'll see you after. Post-exam thoughts. I think it went all right. It was definitely tough, but it wasn't impossible. The fact that I'm not in tears is a good sign. There were definitely questions where I had no idea. Like, I do not recall seeing them in my notes or in the textbook or in the lectures. There were some questions where I just blanked out, some questions where I should have reviewed a little bit more but didn't, but also questions that I did review really well that I was considering not, and then it showed up on the exam, which is always a good feeling. Overall, I think I did enough to get the grade that I want, which is all that really matters. So overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm so relieved that I'm done with anatomy. I never ever have to take anatomy again in my entire life. Anatomy is just not it. It's a no for me. I'm going to leave this building now because it is freezing. I don't know why the AC is always so strong here, but I'm gonna eat lunch and then I will tell you about my next exam, which is tomorrow, that I have not started studying for, which we really need to get on it. So I'll see you in a bit.
My skin when you look at me like that.
Since we're still smiling from anatomy, I thought it'd be the perfect time to tell you about Skillshare, who not only helped me do well in today's exam, but has also kindly sponsored this week's video. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes. Through these classes, you can develop new skills, explore your passions, and be creative. Skillshare has the best classes in productivity, lifestyle, creative writing, and so much more. Those are just a few things that I'm passionate about, and I know many of you are as well. One of my favorite classes is Productivity Masterclass, Tips and Tools to Boost Your Productivity by Ali Abdaal, who we all know and love. His class taught me all about Parkinson's Law, which states that work expands to fill the amount of time we allocate to it. Following that law, yesterday, I studied 3 full chapters of anatomy rather than my usual 2. I would consider that productive and probably why I did well today. Skillshare is designed for learning, so there are no ads and they're constantly coming out with new premium classes. This will allow you to stay focused and run wild with whatever you're passionate about. The first 1,000 people to click the link in the description box below will get a free 1-month trial of Skillshare so that you can explore your creativity today. Thank you, Skillshare. Now let's talk about tomorrow's exam. I have the outline pulled up. We need to cover gastrointestinal conditions, non-infectious dermatology, infectious dermatology, and reproductive conditions. That's quite a bit. And like within gastrointestinal, there's constipation, hemorrhoids, diarrhea. In infectious dermatology, we have Lyme disease, fungal skin infection. There's a lot basically. So your question is probably, why did I wait so long? Why did I put this off? Because I had to. I had to finish studying for anatomy because that is the most important exam, and that is the exam that's worth the most, that's the hardest. It's all about priorities, and with this course, I feel like I can still do well with limited studying. Now, that's not me being like cocky, it's just my position in the course, what mark I'm going into the exam with, and also just the knowledge. Like, a lot of it is what I've kind of covered and just learned organically through working as a pharmacy assistant. How I'm going to study for this exam is I'm basically going to go over my lectures and then make notes on key details. Now, I'm really just making on the key details. Like, I don't have time to go over little stuff. So that will just be a quick read over and then probably review all my notes in the morning tomorrow. And then that will be my studying for this exam. So we're going to get to work because we're just starting with this week and we started strong. Let's keep the streak going.
I know it's something in the way you move makes me wanna feel alive. We got nothing to lose. Oh, I know it's something.
Hello. I'm just packing up and heading home, but I finished my gastrointestinal block, so that leaves 3 more blocks to go. For some conditions, I might honestly just like not even study them. Things like acne, like I have suffered with acne literally all my life. So every single thing about acne, I probably already know it, if not from my own research or just personal experience. I just have to like be smart with what I should focus more on and what I don't need to, because we are on a time crunch. So, okay, I will see you when I get back home, and then we'll just keep on working. Like, I don't have exactly like a strict thing. We're just gonna keep working, and we'll see what happens by nighttime, and then we'll figure out the plan then. I'm in bed, it's 10 p.m. I actually haven't finished studying. I still have quite a bit, but I can't study anymore. I'm exhausted. I am on 3 hours of sleep, and as much as I want to, I just can't. Like, I physically cannot. Like, my eyes are stinging, and I'm just feeling really, really low. And it's not because of like mood, it's just like exhaustion. Like I'm just tired. My body needs to rest. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm going to sleep now and then wake up at 3. So that gives me around 5 hours of sleep, and I'll just study through the morning. So I will see you tomorrow at 3 in the morning, and hopefully this will be the last waking up when it's dark.
The way you move makes me open up my heart.
My worst nightmare has actually come true. I snoozed my alarm. I don't know how it happened, but I was supposed to wake up at 3:30. I woke up at 5 instead, and I have so much to study, and I just need to get cracking with it because I need to do as much as I possibly can, but can't believe this happened. The exam was actually quite tough. A lot of questions I just really was unsure of, so a lot of them were flagged, and I just tried to use like my reasoning to come up with the best possible answer. Going through it, I just like kept unflagging things that I was unsure about, and then at the end of my exam, which I had like ample amount of time, went back to it, and it seemed like my reasoning and my logic made sense. So hopefully the examiner will also see my reasoning and logic, but it was definitely tough. Like, there was a lot of ambiguity between different choices. I think it went well for how I prepared for it, but it's time to start studying for my next exam. So tomorrow I have health informatics. Now, luckily, this exam is a little bit lighter than anatomy and conditions. We are almost to the halfway point, so I'm gonna kind of treat this as a reset, as a little break. So the studying is gonna be a little bit lighter today. I'm going to be going over everything post-midterm and making notes for that. I already have my pre-midterm notes. And then once I have everything, I'm going to just review it and make sure I understand all the content. And that will be my studying for this exam. I'm gonna really try to sleep early tonight, because with 3 hours of sleep on Sunday and then 5.5 hours of sleep yesterday, I really need to stop doing this because I still have 4 exams and I can't be doing this any longer. And hopefully I don't need to anymore because I'm more prepared for the next several exams. So I'm going to get started with studying and let's get it. Anybody else find it incredibly satisfying to scroll through all your notes, 11 chapters, 18 pages, 3,000 words? So it is 6 o'clock now. I'm going to pack up, head home, and make some food.
It's been so true and simple. Don't need to pretend to be more. And I think that's what love is.
I wish you guys could be here and smell and taste it because it's absolutely amazing. It is an Alfredo pasta with pepper, sausage, and so good. I am so hungry, so we're gonna give it a taste test. Let's get a little bit of everything. Got some pepper, get some sausage. Okay. That is so good. It's creamy and the sausage actually has jalapeno in it, so it's a little bit spicy, and that pepper, it's like smoky. Ooh, so good. Wednesday's lunch, Thursday's lunch, Friday's lunch, Saturday's lunch. I'm so excited to go to bed. It is 9:30. Tomorrow I will be waking up at 5:30, giving me 8 hours of total sleep, and that is a beautiful number right now. That'll give me 3 hours to review my notes right until the exam. And yeah, that'll bring us to exam number 3. We're almost at the halfway point. I wanted to just talk about the fact that I snoozed my alarm this morning. I think like just in the busyness of it, I completely forgot that even happened, but it was very traumatic. There was tears in my eyes because I had so much to go over and I was like so scared that I wouldn't be able to cover everything in time. I did cover everything, and I think it's like also Parkinson's law, which I talked a little bit yesterday. I only had this much amount of time and I had to get it done in this amount of time, non-negotiable. As I was drinking water, I was looking at my notes. As I was like putting on my shoes, I was looking at my notes. That's just also me, like that is just who I am to my core. Like I'm just a last minute studier, I'm a last minute crammer. I just had to go into full drive mode, but you know, it was really scary. Like, what if I didn't wake up at 4:30? What if I slept through my exam? Like I would have failed. The idea of missing my exam didn't come to my mind, but like, what if that happened? Yikes. So I'm gonna go to bed and I will see you tomorrow morning.
It feels like coming home. I know it's something in the way you move makes me wanna feel like we got nothing to lose. Oh, I know it's something in the way.
Good morning. We have reached Wednesday. I have my bowl of cereal. I'm basically just eating cereal all week long because it's fast and it's easy. But I need to make more because I get really hungry during the exam just because it's so long and I eat so early. It's granola cereal with blueberries and honey pecans. The plan right now is I have 3 hours before today's exam. I'm just going to review all my notes, make sure I understand all the content, and that'll basically be it. And I'll think I'll be well prepped for it. So I'm just gonna get started, and yeah, we're almost halfway done.
Makes me open up my heart. Open up my heart. Open up my heart.
Feeling good. Let's kill it. We are done exam number 3 and we have reached the halfway point. I think it went pretty well. I was the last person writing the exam, so we were given 2.5 hours. Everyone left at like an hour. I used up, I would say, like an hour and a half, and that's just who I am. Like I will always use the amount of time I need. I think a lot of people like to get in and out super fast, but if they give me 2.5 hours, I'm gonna use 2.5 hours or as much as I need. So yep, that was me the last person always in the exam room. Overall, I think it went well. There were a couple questions that were really playing mind games with me. Like I was really second guessing myself, and I'm not quite visual, so I try to like imagine what is on my notes. With questions that I was really stumped about, I was trying to imagine what the words were saying on my notes visually, and that kind of helped. But overall, I think it went well, and we are at the halfway point. I'm just so excited. We're getting there. I need to find a new bathroom to film these post-exam thoughts because I can't have my TAs knowing how I felt during the exams. Like, that's just weird. Bear in mind that faculty do watch my videos, and TAs have approached me before saying, hey, are you a YouTuber? Maybe he knows. I mean, he probably already like knows what I'm doing, but yeah. The train hasn't arrived, I'm still waiting, but before I get on, I wanted to just talk about the idea of using exam time and how you should never, ever feel bad about being the last person there. You probably will feel a little bit weird because you're the last person and like the TA or a proctor is just kind of standing there or is just walking around or whatever, but you are given that amount of time. Use it fully. Do not leave the exam room with any regrets. If people left early, okay, they left early. Take all the time you need.
I can't get enough of you. You set me on fire, pull me closer. And I can't get enough of you.
Guys, I am so dumb. I forgot to pack my meal prep lunch, so I went to get a herb and garlic cream cheese bagel from Tim's. Finished my bagel. It was good, but I wish that I brought my meal prep lunch because like that pasta beats the bagel by a long shot. But whatever, I mean, it's just kind of annoying because I prepped it and stuff, but that's me forgetting stuff. Now I'm going to start studying for my next exam, which is medicinal chemistry. Now this course is quite similar to like an undergrad course where it's pretty heavy core science, so it is chemistry, rather than something that's more health or clinical focused. The exam is 75% new material and then 25% old material, so I'll be focusing a lot on the new material. 8 chapters, I'll be going through them, making sure that I understand everything very well. And because it's chemistry, it's not so much rote memorization like how my past courses were. Really being able to understand what's happening, being able to apply it because it is going to be, I believe, case studies. I'm feeling good. I still have energy. I still have stamina. And we're just going to get to it. My bladder is about to burst. I told myself I wouldn't go to the bathroom until I finished these 2 chapters, which I finally did, so now I can have relief. So, study hacks. Okay, so I've been sitting for a while and I'm gonna crack my back. I don't know if you guys are interested in hearing it, but I can crack it really, really loud. So if you don't like it, just skip. But if you do like it and you think it's satisfying, here you go. I hope you guys heard that. Another chapter done. I'm on a break right now, so I'm just walking around. I feel like I've been sitting for so long that my back is starting to hurt, which also reminds me I need to make an appointment with my chiropractor when I get back to Toronto because it's really hurting. I just realized that this exam, actually, I can't use a lot of common sense. It's either you know it or you don't. Like, it's either you know how Tylenol works, the mechanism of action, what proteins it affects, and all that kind of stuff, or you don't. Like, you can't just make it up. That is something that I really need to kind of get my head straight because everything is so similar. And the terminology, there's like eicosanoids, leukotrienes, prostaglandins, like all these things, and it's literally another language. So I'm just trying to remember everything. I'm gonna do 2 more chapters. They're not super long chapters, so I'm probably gonna get that done before I head home for dinner. I just took a shower, and originally I was going to do 1 more chapter. However, my eyes are starting to hurt again, so I think I'm just going to go to bed and finish the last 4 chapters tomorrow morning. They're not like super long chapters, so I think I can probably get them done in like 2.5 hours, and then I will review everything pre-midterm very lightly. Like, when I say lightly, I'm literally just doing a read-through. I'm gonna do some practice questions, and that's gonna be it. definitely not like ideal, but with back-to-back exams, I just don't have the time to go super in detail, even if I want to. Like, I just don't have the time. So it's a little bit like sad because I want to give it my all and I want to show them everything that I know and stuff. But with the back-to-back exam, you just don't have that luxury. So you just gotta study as much as you possibly can, but also not burn yourself out, because I can't be sleeping 2 hours and expecting myself to be able to study for the next exam. Like, I just have to maintain a adequate sleep schedule so that I can continue through this whole week and not like domino affect it. But yeah, I wish that I had more. I wish I could give it my like usual attention, but I mean, we wish a lot of things, right? So I'm gonna go to bed and I will see you tomorrow morning. Are you kidding me? The minute I go to bed, I feel like I'm not tired anymore. I can't be doing this. Go to bed, Nathan. I need to wake up early tomorrow.
Can't get enough of you.
Good morning. It is 5. I just don't have a good feeling about this, and I really try not to say negative thoughts like that because I feel like it becomes self-fulfilling, but I don't know, it's just something about this exam and the amount of time I've had to prepare for this. I don't think it's like crazy hard content. Like, it's definitely not harder than anatomy, but just the amount of time that I've had to prepare for this makes it really tough. And my biggest fear is going into the exam and just not being able to answer questions and skipping and skipping and skipping and keep skipping, and then it starts to become really, really unpleasant. And I've been doing so well in the course that I don't want this exam to drop my mark. And my stomach is literally hurting because of the stress. I mean, I think most people get that like weird feeling in your stomach, but I get like pain. Like, my stomach actually hurts. I'm just trying to stay positive. I think it's like mentality right now. I really need to just think positive. I've studied the content, not like amazingly, but I have studied the content. I've learned the content. So, okay, just believe in yourself, Nathan. I don't think it went amazing. Definitely there were questions where I just had to guess because I had no idea, and my answers were really vague because I felt like I wasn't super confident in my knowledge in order to really go full in detail, so I had to keep it vague and keep it general. There's some drug interactions that I did know because I worked in a pharmacy, so that was like a plus, but yeah, it did not go as good as my previous exams, which I kind of expected, so it's not like a shocker to me. Pretty calm now because, you know, it is what it is. I think I did good enough. We're done number 4, so happy about that, and then we just gotta keep going. I think tomorrow will be better, and also Monday will also be better. So I will see you after I head back on the train. Truthfully, I think one of the best habits that I've been doing this final season is not checking my marks after an exam. I know what happens when I check. Okay, one, I could either get reassured that I chose the right answer, or I could find out that I chose the wrong answer. You tend to remember the ones that you struggled with, and the ones you struggled with tend to be the ones that you got wrong. I don't do that anymore, and I haven't been doing that at all, which I'm really, really proud about, because I used to be that person that literally, like, stepping out of the room, I would like have my phone and look through my binders and everything, but we don't do that anymore because I don't need that negativity. I don't want that kind of negativity. Since we're done this exam, we're gonna get started with tomorrow's exam, and that is drug information, which is a combination of research and biostatistics. Now, we got an email from our profs, and she said that it is significantly harder than our midterm exams. Thanks for the warning. I'm basically gonna be going through all the content, practicing calculations because that'll be on it, and also trying to keep a like application lens while I'm looking at the content and material, because there's gonna be case-based questions, so knowing how to apply it to situations and scenarios is important. So we are going to just get with it, and yes.
We got nothing to lose. Oh, I know it's something in the way you move makes me open up my heart. Something the way you move makes me wanna feel
Okay, so we are done 4 chapters, and that brings us to the end of, I know you guys want me to say the end of my studying, but no, the end of post-midterm material, everything that's new. That feels good. One thing is that I don't know if it's like a lack of motivation, but I'm definitely not as aggressive with my studying anymore. And I just don't know if it's like because motivation is going downhill. But if it's just me being desensitized to exams. I feel like the very first exam, there was so much adrenaline and it hit me like a truck. And then now this is like the 4th exam in a row. And I just feel like I've adjusted and it just doesn't really faze me anymore. I don't know if that's like a good thing or a bad thing, but like the motivation, I guess, is still there. Like I still definitely want to do well and I'm still putting in effort. Like studying after exams is not it. Like it's definitely not fun, but I still want to do it because I still want to do well. So I don't know if it's motivation or if it's just, desensitization, but that's a pretty like interesting idea that I kind of just thought about. Let me know in the comments if during your finals, if you just kind of lose motivation or if you become desensitized, because I feel like that is something that we don't really realize but could be happening. I'm going to head home, eat dinner because my stomach is growling, and then I will see you in a bit after I shower. I'm gonna make this short and sweet because I'm so tired that I might fall asleep while I speak to you guys. I didn't do much work when I got home. I'm just like really tired. I'm really tired. I think after the exams, when I'm on campus, then like I have the energy, but once I get home, all that energy leaves me and I just get so tired. We'll be studying in the morning like I usually do, and I think that's just my best option. Like I don't want to say that I'm gonna do work when I get home anymore because I don't want to put that pressure on me, because I just don't like saying things that I'm gonna do and then I end up not doing it. Like I just don't like that. In terms of biostats, some things are really good, really straightforward, and then there's other things that I really have to just keep repeating to myself to remember. I don't have a like stats or a math background, so a lot of the terminology and concepts are very new to me. I'm just trying to learn them and remember them. Tomorrow should be all right. Majority of the content I'm very comfortable with, but I mean, we will see. But yeah, I will see you tomorrow morning for a little rundown and see how our nerves are treating us. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed because I feel like I'm having a vocal cry at this point. Good night. Hopefully this is the last time I have to wake up at 5 for a long time. I just want to get this exam over with. I feel like we've been studying for so long. It's Friday and tonight I'm gonna sleep so early. I'm not gonna do any like hard work today, but I just have to get through this exam first. So we are going to review content. We're going to do a few more practice problems to just make sure we have our calculations down, and then that should be good. Testing myself, making sure that I remember all the calculations because there are no formula sheets on this exam. Second last exam. Okay, if I can just, keep my terms straight, not get mixed up and not get confused, then it should be all right. But there's just so many terms and they're not familiar terms that like I do get mixed up, so okay. Clear of mind. I got this. I will see you after the exam. Honestly, I thought that exam was way harder than it needed to be. Okay, first of all, like my biggest pet peeve is when your examiner tests you on statistic. They expect you to remember a specific number. They know the trend is that it increases, but to ask for the specific number, I feel like that is not fair. And it was long. It was a really, really long exam. It was 100 questions, and although it was multiple choice, each multiple choice question required so much time and so much thinking because it was basically like case-based. So like each question, it would be like a short answer type of question, but with a multiple choice answer. And it just was a lot. So like think about like 100 cases basically. You know what, we're done. It was just really, really long, and like I had to tell myself halfway through the exam just to keep going, because I could feel my energy and stamina running low. I mean, our prof warned us that it was gonna be hard, but I just feel like it was like excessively hard. I don't know. I'm going to head out and then I'll see you in a bit as always. After these intense and rough 5 days, today's my break. I have the weekend to study for my very last exam, so I'm going to use that. But today I'm just going to take it easy. I'm going to maybe edit a video, watch a TV show, and then sleep early and just relax. And then tomorrow we'll get back into it. But as of right now, I'm just chilling. Video is finished editing. There was a little bit of inception for you, but I'm gonna go to bed now. I'm not setting an alarm. I'm just gonna allow my body to catch up on all the needed sleep, all of the sleep that it hasn't been getting, that it's been deprived of. But just knowing my sleep rhythm and my cycle, I already know that I'm still not gonna wake up super late. I think maybe like 9-ish. I don't know. Actually, maybe it might be quite later because my body's just tired. We'll see. But the good thing about it is the next time you see me, you won't see me when it's dark and you'll see me when the sun is up. Good night.
Take me somewhere far away from here, from here. Take me somewhere far away from here, from here. Take me somewhere far away from here, from here.
Good morning. It is 9 and I don't think I've woken up this late in probably like 2 months, which is very nice. But I actually did wake up early. I woke up at 5 just because of my natural body clock, and then I closed the blinds because it was starting to get bright, and I slept another 3 hours, bringing us to 8. So now it's 9. I'm gonna go make some breakfast. Finally not cereal. I'm gonna maybe do eggs and toast because I've been like craving salty. I love having like a hearty, salty breakfast. And then we are gonna get started with studying for our last exam, pharmaceutics, and I will tell you that plan very, very shortly, but let's eat. This is just to show you that energy does not equate motivation, because I am the most well-rested that I've been all week, yet I do not want to study. It's the fact that the exam, my last exam, is on a Monday, and it's the weekend. No one wants an exam on a Monday. I wish the exam was honestly just on Saturday, so that I could just get it over and done with. And it's the fact that I have 2 days to study for this, so it makes me feel like I need to put more effort into it and really study hard for it. Rather, if it was just the next day, then I would just be constrained to the amount of time, and I would try to do my best in the amount of time, and then that be it, and we're done. But it's the fact that we're given so much time. And yesterday, I was able to relax and take it easy, which like gave me a little teaser of what my summer break is gonna be like. And once I got that little taste, now I just don't want it to end. But I'm gonna try my best to just sit at a desk and get some work done. For this exam, pharmaceutics, I'm going to be using Anki cards to study all new material, and then old material I will be reviewing it, just going through it quickly, like how I've been doing for the past couple of days. Now, this exam, pharmaceutics, the content is quite specific. It gets quite nitty-gritty, knowing which ingredients work with what. It's basically like memorizing recipes. You're memorizing recipes for how to make drugs. We're just gonna get to it. I mean, I know in 2 days from now, at this time, I will be done my first year of pharmacy school, so let that be my motivation. Let's get to work. It's actually not as bad as I thought. I think getting started was the hardest part. I was really dreading to start, but then now that we're flowing and we're working through it, it's not so bad. So one chapter is done. I'm gonna get started with doing some calculation work. So practice questions are the way to go. And then after that, I'm gonna try to get through 2 more new chapters, and any extra time I have, I will start to review pre-midterm material.
Don't wanna make it real. You got me in my feelings. Can't fight the way I feel. You got me in my feelings. Don't wanna make it real. You got something that I need. Yeah, I need. Ooh, ooh. All I want is you.
So I think I'm gonna go to bed now. It is almost 10. Today wasn't the most productive day. I only did 2 chapters when I wanted to do 3. I think I just kind of lost momentum a little bit, which is okay. Just gonna get it back up tomorrow. But if I sleep now and then I can wake up tomorrow at like 6, which is like normal time. Like, please don't think that 6 is like early. It's not. It's like normal. 6, 7 is like a normal time. I woke up like late-ish and then I like ate slower and I didn't really start work until like noon. So if I start work early tomorrow, then I'll get more done and it'll just be back to the productivity. So I will see you tomorrow. Good night.
All I want is you. All I take me somewhere, take me somewhere, take me somewhere, take me somewhere, take me somewhere far away from here, from here. Take me somewhere far away from here.
If there's any day that I need motivation, it's today. Literally in 24 hours, I will be writing my last exam of my first year of pharmacy school. I just have to power through and get through these 4 chapters, and then I'll review tomorrow morning. I know that if I don't put in my best right now, I'm gonna regret it tomorrow, so we just gotta get to it. We just gotta endure.
From here. Take me somewhere far away from here, from here. I need you to listen, listen. I want you, I miss you, I miss you, I still miss you. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Just finished my 2nd chapter of the day. That one took way too long. It was a biotech drug, so these are like biologics. I don't know if you guys like know them. They're like Humira. They're just basically very, very expensive and large drugs. And they're quite complicated. They're just not like regular, just chemical, small molecule chemical drugs. They're like proteins and enzymes, and it's a lot. So that took longer than expected, but we're done it, and I'm gonna get started on my 3rd chapter. I wanna get that 3rd chapter, which is radiopharmaceuticals, done before dinner. And then after dinner, we're gonna do the very last chapter, and then that'll be the end of the day. I'm like really close to giving up. I am so close to just saying peace and calling it a day, but no regrets, no regrets. We're gonna hash it out and we're gonna do our very, very best up till the very end.
You got me in my feelings, can't fight the way I feel. You got me in my
3rd chapter is done, just 1 more chapter to go. I don't have the time to go through this chapter in detail. I just kind of have to make sure I understand the main concepts and just the big ideas and call that enough. You know, I feel like, could I have managed my time a little bit better? Yes, but at the same time, I feel like I am at my limit and I'm doing the best I possibly can. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. Even though I am well rested, mentally, I am tired. My brain is fried. Academic rigor that I put myself through these past days, it's just really tough to keep going. After tomorrow, we'll be done. I just have to keep my eyes set on the goal here and just be proud of whatever the outcome is tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna go shower, refresh myself a little bit, and then I will catch you after this chapter. We are finally done. I don't think I can keep my eyes open for a minute longer. I would say it's like a mix of stress and angst. Like, I just want to get this done with. I've been studying for so long, and I'm gonna wake up tomorrow at, I think, 4, and we're gonna do our final review. After that, it's go time, last exam, and then I can finally say I am done 1st year. Okay, good night. I will see you tomorrow morning.
don't wanna make it real. You got me in my feelings, can't fight the way I feel. You got me in my feelings.
At this point, what I know is what I know, and you just gotta do it. But before I go in, I just wanted to say how proud I am of myself. You know, this week was not easy at all, but I maintained diligence. I stayed on top of it. I studied when I didn't want to study. I didn't get overwhelmed. I didn't let my emotions take a huge toll on me. I just kept focused, eyes on the prize. And today. This is the last prize. Okay, so I will see you after this exam. We're done. I can't believe I'm saying these words. We are done. 6 exams in 6 days. I'm officially done my first year of pharmacy school. I am so happy. I am so happy. So the exam was tough. You know, there was questions where I just kind of guessed, and there was a lot of calculation questions, way more than I anticipated. But I think we did all right, and I don't really care because we're done. Okay, I'm just gonna like enjoy this moment because I deserve it. Every single moment where we didn't want to study and persevere, every single waking hour where we were crammed in our books and looking at a computer screen rather than sleeping and getting dry eyes for this, and it's all worth it because I'm done and I finished strong, and that's all that matters. So eventually I'll get my marks and I'll react to them on camera for you guys, but I'm just gonna enjoy this moment. I am now going to go to the store to buy a bottle of champagne so I can pop it tonight. And yeah. If you got to the very end of this video, congratulations, you have more stamina than me because I don't know how long it'll be, but I genuinely appreciate you watching to the very end. And honestly, during this week, I just kept thinking about you guys, thinking about how we are in this together, and I really do feel like you guys are part of my education. And whenever I study and I feel down, I'm like, I have to show them that exams are tough, but we're tougher. The school system will not bring us students down, that we are strong, that we are diligent, we are hardworking, that we are perseverant. So you guys were literally at the forefront of my mind this entire week, so thank you. I'm going to really just wrap up this video because it's so long, and I feel like ending this video is the end of a chapter. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to give it a like, comment down below what you thought of this finals week. I respond to every single comment. And if you want to see my reacting to my final grades video, which will be next week, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss it. And if you want to see more content from me day to day, make sure to follow me on Instagram at nathan.woo. But that's it for me, and I will see you friends in the next video. Bye. Finally ending this.